So, when should you say no to potential projects? Hi everyone. Welcome back to the Creative Exploration series. This week, I wanted to talk about saying no to potential work and how this can actually be a very good thing for you as an artist. I have to apologize for my voice. I've gotten a bunch of allergies lately and I've gotten sick, and I'm getting better, but it kind of sucks right now, so sorry about the nasal stuff. This episode is focused more on the business side of things, like taking commissions and generally treating your creative work like a business. I know that's not really for everybody, but learning to say no is a real huge part of advancing as an artist, and it's something that's incredibly difficult to get used to. I've only had to do it really a couple times, and I'm really still getting used to it. It makes me a little uncomfortable, but I've read a lot of really interesting information about this that I wanted to pass on. And really, to me anyway, there's two primary reasons that you should decline work. The first is if the project just doesn't really look appealing to you, or it doesn't sit right for you. And second, it's to keep your workload at a manageable state. So the first part, if the project doesn't look appealing, or if it doesn't feel like a good fit for your style, it's something that you should probably decline because you don't have like that passion behind it. And that passion is very important because even if it's a small project, it's still you expressing yourself for somebody else for money, and that's going to go out there and people are going to see that. So you always want to put out your best work. For me, sometimes it's just like a gut feeling, or I think about the work that is being requested of me and it just doesn't sit right for me. I think about it and it's like, this doesn't seem like a good fit for me, or like a job that I would enjoy doing. And I know that it's not always about the money. Sometimes you just need a paycheck, and it's really a personal decision to power through the job or look for one that you're passionate about. But it's just having that gut feeling is kind of what works for me. And when you do respond to this person to say no, it's important to be very polite and businesslike. You want to get in touch with the client as soon as possible. Just as soon as if you would accept the project, you want to let them know that you can't do it, or you're not able to do it right now. You want to let them know as soon as possible so they can go out and look for somebody else. You want to be very clear about why, and obviously if that why is because your project looks dumb, you don't really want to be mean about it or anything. But you do want to explain yourself and explain, why you can't take this project. And ideally, the client won't write you off. Like, the client will hopefully still keep you in mind for future projects. They'll probably keep in touch with you and, keep you in mind for the next time, especially if you're very businesslike, if you're very professional. People will remember that. Because you're still building a connection for the future, and building those connections is incredibly important. So, alternatively, if you just have too much going on, saying no is definitely a good thing, because you're too busy to keep up with the demand for your personal work, and that is a really great feeling. Unfortunately, if you're very, very overworked, that's also crazy stressful, and you have to really watch out for burnout for that, because you don't want to let anybody down, but you have all these balls in the air that you're juggling. So having to say no to a lot of people because you're overworked really is a good time to consider raising your rates as well, because demand is much greater than your supply. So if you raise your rates, you might lose a couple people, but that'll also bring in more people as well, and that'll just help you advance as an artist. And I mentioned this a little bit before, but getting used to saying no does help prevent burnout, which is very important to your longevity as an artist, because it allows you to find a pace that works for you. And everybody has a different pace. Like, I know some people that can juggle 3 or 4 projects at once, and usually I'm like 1 or 2 at a time, make sure it's done, and then move on to the next one. And it also helps you continue to evolve and move forward as an artist, which is incredibly important as well, because for everybody, being an artist is a very personal journey. So you have to remember that saying no to somebody might seem like you're closing a door, but if you handle yourself well, most clients will keep you in mind. And also remember that saying no to somebody also allows you to say yes to others. And that is also a really great way of thinking about this. Like you have to say no to this person because you really want to work with this person. And when you're telling the person no, don't say that exactly, but you know what I mean, where you saying no to somebody offers opportunities to work with other people. And saying yes is also a really great thing. And one thing that I started doing this year is I actually created a list of things that I want to say yes to. And it's something that I plan on updating probably every year, maybe every 6 months. But right now I'm saying yes to collaborations, like something that's like deeply ingrained where I'm working with somebody one-on-one, or a team and me, and like working together on something. That's what I'm working on saying yes to this year. And you should find something that works well for you, something that you want to accomplish this year. And if an opportunity comes your way, that fills that criteria, you should say yes to it. So it's something that allows you it gives you an excuse to say no to something that doesn't really interest you, but it also allows you to say yes to things that come in that you have a passion for currently. So that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching this. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, consider liking and subscribing to this channel, because helping spread the word really, really means a lot to me. I mentioned this before, but I do have a Patreon. I'm creating royalty-free music every week for people to use in their creative projects. I will have a link in the description below for more information on that. So if you need music in one of your projects, check out the link below. And that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Be remarkable. Oh wow, I do need a haircut.